once you're in Liveroom, there are a number of tools that you can use to engage in the class. Some of those tools are the ticks and crosses. You will be asked to respond with a yes or a no answer. Sometimes that might be as simple as "can you hear me?" and you will, by clicking on the tick, a tick will appear next to your name in the participants list. Or a cross, obviously if you can't hear you won't be able to put a cross, but if you disagree with an answer or you want to give a no answer to something, you can give a cross. To make it disappear, you can click it again, or the teacher will remove it by removing the whole class list if they want to ask another question. So there's tick and cross. You can also mark yourself as away. So if you have to step away from your computer, you can mark yourself as away so that the teacher isn't expecting a response from you and waiting for you. You can also use these buttons over here. This is a smiley face, so if you are happy with the response or you want to support one of your classmates by saying that was a good idea, you can give him a smiley face or a clap, applause. You can give a sign of disapproval, or you can give a sign of confusion. So if you're not quite sure about the concept or whatever, instead of giving a tick or a cross, you might say, "Oh, I get a little bit, but I'm a bit confused," and click the confused button. If you want to speak in class, or you want the attention of the moderator or the teacher, you can put your hand up. And by putting your hand up, a little number appears next to your name. And if multiple people put their hand up, the numbers will appear in the order that they've put their hand up, so that the teacher can see who put their hand up first and answer in appropriate order. To put your hand down, just click the same button to put your hand down. If I've been asked a question and I want to speak, or the class has been asked a question and I put my hand up and say I want to speak, I've got an answer for that. The teacher will say, "Go right ahead." So I can then go down here and click on the microphone and start to speak to the class. You can see here that my volume is adequate, and you can see up here that the class is hearing my voice because I've got a little yellow box behind my microphone, and that will speak to everybody in the class. Okay, moving on. We've covered text chat, and we've covered a little bit of the whiteboard. You've got pens and highlighters, text, we can draw hollow circles, we can draw solid circles, so much like paint really, and we can change colours, we can draw lines. I can right click on something and see who made it, and I've got all these options to edit what I've highlighted on the screen, and I can also place an image on the screen from one that I've got saved on my computer somewhere, or I can actually take a photo of the screen and clip art as well. So there's quite a few tools there that you will have access to, and there's some tools along the top as well, but the teacher will most likely use those ones. So there's a fair bit going on in Liveroom, but remember, whatever you put in text chat, the teacher can see it, and the teacher can take your text chat away as easily as pressing on a button, so you can only speak to the moderator. They can take your microphone away so you can't turn your microphone on. They can take your tools away so that you can't draw on the whiteboard. And these other two icons are app share, so you can share applications. In other words, if one of these things that are open down the bottom of the screen, I can share with the class what I'm seeing. And camera is also there, and that will use my webcam to broadcast my image. But that takes up a lot of bandwidth, so we don't often use that. But that can be turned off if you turn it on inappropriately. At the same time, if you are speaking using the microphone, say, and the teacher wants to talk, or you've left your microphone on, the teacher can quite simply take it away from you and give it back, and it turns the microphone off. So if that happens, it's happening for a reason. Okay. So there you go. That's some more advanced tools in Liveroom, and so that you know a little bit about what's going on. So there you go.